Okay, I'm going to try to show you guys how to make this very specific holographic blood midge. So today we'll be tying this fly right here, the holographic blood midge nymph. I call it a nymph only because I put a bead on it and I tie extra weight into it to help get it down faster and further in any current seam. So it's more of like a Euro nymph than it is a midge. This is a far away from Western fly fishing style fly, as in you cannot use more than one of these at a time. You'll end up just knotting yourself up. This fly is meant to be used solely by itself, Euro. So what we'll need to tie this up today will be a Cyclops bead, 530 or 7/64 of an inch in a fluorescent pink. We'll need a Umpqua size 12 U201 hook. I'll show you the package of the hook real quick. That's our hooks we'll be needing. That's our package of beads we'll be needing. We will also be needing some UTC vinyl rib, color red midge. You'll be needing some UTC 120 fluorescent pink. And you'll also be needing some 025 lead wire, along with some trout ice dub dispenser. The only one we're going to be using today will be this copper color, but this fly itself, you can use any color you basically want to as a collar accent. It just depends. Like you can make it any color you want and make it individual to yourself. You know, you can mix a few of these together just to make your own specific coloring if you'd like. But we just need the copper one, because that's what I like to use, is the copper. Looks nice and it has a good appeal to the fish. It's not very shiny. But we'll go ahead and drop that one out of the vise and quit talking about it, and let's get talking about the one we're going to tie right now. So we got our bead on our hook and in the vise. We're going to start by making ourselves a nice little thread dam behind that Cyclops eye bead. We're going to trim off our tail, and we're going to grab our 025 lead wire, shove it right into the back of that Cyclops eye, and bind it down nice. With this UTC 120, it's a stronger thread, so you can really just tighten it down super tight if you want to, and almost cut the thread in half with it. Does a wonderful job. So we'll just go ahead and kind of make our body shape there just a teeny bit. Before I start making my body shape too much, I want to take and tie in this red midge rib, red vinyl midge rib. I think that's what it is. Don't use it a lot, so normally use the piping. I go ahead and tie in this holographic, I think I forgot to mention that the holographic tencel is what we're going to tie in there. And we're going to just kind of make a nice tapered body shape right here, coming up out of the back end of this bend on this hook. Just like you see right there. Coming up nice and steady, evenly shaped, you know, not getting too bulbous in some areas, and also not being super micro thin in some areas. We'll make a precautionary whip finish here real quick so we don't knock our bobbin off the front. And this is where the tricks begin. Put a little bit of this glue down on top of these thread wraps you just put down for the body. And when you start wrapping that holographic around there, that glue will help the color of your thread shine through that holographic. So if I put blue thread down there, the holographic is just going to make a nice blue holographic shape. As you see what's coming out here as I'm wrapping this up, it just looks like kind of holographic-y pink colored. And I kind of like the way that looks. Seems real nice to me. Has a kind of nice little sheen to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another precautionary whip finish. This is one of the things that I just I don't like doing it that much, but it saves you so much whenever that bobbin pops over the front. There's only so much room to get around all this stuff, especially when you do not own a rotary vise. So I'm going to start wrapping this red vinyl rib up this fly, trying to go 5 to 7 times between the start out and where I want to finish, but making nice little evenly spaced, but not touching one another. That is the key. Keeping them, I don't know, if you were to measure that, just over a 16th and under an 1/8, you know, just a little bit of distance apart. Those two crept together on me. I want to keep it a little further apart. Let's go one more wrap right there, and then we'll bring it up to the front and terminate by wrapping our other UTC around it. Cut off the little tail section. And then that's almost the completion of this fly right there. If you can get to this part without breaking the thread or anything stupid, you're doing good. So here I use my little magical trick of using my whip finish as a dubbing loop maker. So we'll take that, and then we'll take our pinch of the copper ice dub. Maybe to put a little, you know, the thing is you can put as much as you kind of want in there, but it's kind of hard sometimes to take out excess that you don't really want in there. But you can't always add more. If you want to, you can't. Not this way. This way is a one-way street when it comes to doing dubbing. Just looks nice, all rough kind of looking. All right, so we'll make a couple wraps around here, starting behind where we wanted our collar to start. That'll do it right there. I like to pull the ice dub back as I'm doing this, just to kind of keep a little bit longer portion of it up there. Trim off our excess, clean off our whip finisher because we're going to need it right after this. So we'll slip all that ice dub back just like so. And then we'll just go ahead and go around there a few times more. And then we'll go ahead and trim our thread off, just like so. And I'm going to grab my whip finisher here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right on the end of that whip finisher, because I don't have a bobbin right here with me. And I'm just going to go ahead and touch this right up there, right behind the eye of that bead, just to hit that thread. And then we'll hit it with the light. And no, we're not done yet. We got to hit it with some more glue after this. I'm just trying to keep you guys in focus. So we'll slip the skirt back to the front now. This is what I would like to say is kind of the critical part of this fly, is getting the glue down where you want it and without really damaging everything you've done with it. Because all it takes is just a little glue in the wrong area. Party's over. I think that's it. That looks real nice. $12 fly right there. $12 fly. Probably only about $2 if you tie it yourself. Well, that's it. Nice, simple, easy to do. More materials than what I normally show you guys with, but just super simple and easy. Works all the time. Like, you could pretty much fish any place you want to with this, as long as you can cast it in there. Preferable method of delivery would be with the tenkara rod for precision. But otherwise, this right here, this is a darn good fly for any kind of depth. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.